If you haven't heard, there's something big happening in the sky in a few days.
The transit of Mercury is taking place Monday, and pending the weather, it could be visible right here in Central Florida.
So if you are into astronomy at all, you know it's arguably the celestial event of the entire year. But even if you're still not totally into it, it's still pretty cool to witness. ClickOrlando.com's Brianna Bowles is here with what you need to know to make sure you don't miss it, Bree.
Well, you guys remember the eclipse a couple years ago, right? And how cool it was to step outside and see that. Well, a transit is just as cool. In fact, it's a lot like an eclipse. During a transit, the planet, in this case Mercury, will pass in front of the sun. And as it does, Mercury will look like a little black dot moving across the surface of the sun. So if you do remember the eclipse back in 2017, you probably also remember that everyone was looking everywhere to get these special glasses or filters to view the eclipse because it's not safe to look directly at it. Well, if you still have those, you're going to want to break them back out to see the transit. If you don't have any, you're going to want to get some. Do not ever, I repeat, ever look directly at the sun. In addition to those special glasses, you'll also need binoculars or a telescope for this viewing experience since Mercury is so small. But make sure the proper solar film is installed on the front lens, not the eyepiece, for safe viewing. If you want to play it safe, just project the image onto something and look at that instead. And we have more suggestions on safe ways to view it in this story on ClickOrlando.com. But let's talk about when we could see it. Now, these images are not to scale, but they're going to give you a pretty good idea of what to expect. This is what we can expect early Monday around 7:35 a.m. And just a little bit later, around 10:30 a.m., Mercury is going to look like it's about halfway across the sun, like you see there. And then in this final image at 1:02, when the full transit comes to an end, the planet will appear on the opposite side of the sun's surface. So that's pretty cool, right? The Orlando Science Center thinks so, which is why they're hosting a Mercury transit event Monday, so guests can learn more about transits and watch this one safely with their giant telescopes. So to learn more about that event, you can go to ClickOrlando.com and mark your calendars, because if you miss this transit of Mercury, you will not have another chance to see it until 2032, guys.
Okay, I think I'll wait for the video.
Yeah, I might be too tired in 2032 to go outside and look.
But the Science Center, I mean, we're all
we
such
love the
fans
Science
of it
Center.
that I mean, it's great to have a big group, everyone kind of looking at the same
Yes,
thing.
it's their giant telescope.
Yeah.
Yes.